Namaste, everyone. So real quick, before we start, I got a plan A and I got a plan B, but I need to know if there's anyone that does not have a yoga strap or a long belt or scarf. If you don't have any of those things, just raise your hand and I'll know which routine I'm going to do. Okay, it would appear that we all have something similar to a yoga strap. Yay. All right, so we'll place that off to the side and we're going to start. Am I back? Okay, laughing all the way home, there's a little button on my mic, and if you push it, you see what happens. It turns everybody off. It turns me off too. All right, so we're going to start lying face up this direction. You can just get your strap right off to the side. And we're going to just lie here quietly for a moment. Just quiet our mind. And as we close our eyes, begin to distance ourselves from everything that we did earlier today and anything that we might have going on later. Just be present right now with your breath and your body. And that's where we begin with breath. Let's draw a deep breath into the belly, into the ribs. Just feel the belly rise. And as we exhale, blow it out. Blow out all the old thoughts and sink down into the mat. Let's do just that breath again. Deep breath into the belly, the ribs. You can feel the life moving into our bodies. And as we exhale, we start to feel the body relax and sink and melt deep down into the mat. Let's take our next breath a little differently, up into the chest this time. As we inhale up into the chest, we might feel our diaphragm begin to lengthen. And as we exhale this time, I want you to melt your shoulders down deep and wide into the mat. Let them sink down. Let's take another breath up into the chest. And once again, just exhale and begin to sink down deep into the mat. With your hands remaining on the floor, just reach towards your feet. Move your shoulders down away from your ears, lengthen the neck. And that's where we begin with our breath and a little warm up for the neck. On your next inhalation, slowly tilt your chin up to the ceiling. And on your exhalation, slowly nod the chin down. Just that again with breath. Inhale, tilting the chin up. Exhale, nodding down the chin. Now, pin your shoulders on the floor as if they were stapled there, and don't let them move as we pretend our nose is a crayon and start to trace circles on the ceiling with our nose. Starting to feel a little massage in the back of the head. Breathe. And let each circle get a little bigger. Each breath a little deeper. Pause and go the other direction with your circle now. Inhale. Let's do one more big giant circle around. And we'll bring our head back into center and take another breath up into the chest. As we exhale, slowly turn the head left, turning the head, bringing your ear downward towards the floor. Opening the neck. Take another breath. Let's go slow as we turn to the right this time. And just open up the left side of the neck. Inhale. Once again, slowly turn back to the left. And we're going to keep looking to the left. As we reach your right arm back, your thumb's going to aim straight down to the mat and land on the floor. As we start to open up the shoulders. Now bring your right knee up towards your chest in a shelf position and slide the left leg down onto the mat. All right, and we're going to start to get a diagonal stretch as we point through the foot, reach back through the hand. Take a breath. Now on your exhalation, we're going to switch everything, change the arms and change the legs, turn the head to the right, and just hold pointing down through the foot and reaching back through the hand and the shoulder. Inhale. And as we exhale again, we're going to switch again and start to flow. Inhale, we reach. Exhale, switch. And you just keep flowing with your breath. And that's the whole intention. Connecting our movement and our breath. Let's do 4 more. Also warming up all the joints, creating some heat. Last 2. Now, extend both legs down and both arms back behind your head. And let your arms rest wide on the floor. Begin to point down through your toes. And at the very same time, inhale and reach back out of your shoulders. Reach through the fingers. Stretch between the ribs and the pelvis. And then relax. Let's do that again with a deep yawning breath. We point and reach back through the fingers, the shoulders. Now circle your ankles, your wrists, wiggle your fingers and toes, just waking everything up. And then we'll reverse the direction. Now rest and relax one more time. Bring your right knee towards your chest. Place your hands on the shins or below the knee and just gently begin to pull the knee downward. Pressing your back down deep into the mat. And breathe. Inhale. On this exhalation, we're going to lift our head and curl up and bring our head right up towards the knee. And pull the knee back towards the head. And inhale, low down. We're just going to switch legs. Bring the left knee up, hands on the shins, and just gently pulling that knee down. Breathe. Take a deep breath. Once again, curling up head to knee and pulling the knee towards your head. Just lower your head, bring both knees up, hands on your knees. All right, so you're gonna let your hands do all the work. and stir both knees in a little circle around. It's a great thing to do before you even get out of bed in the morning. A little decompression for your back. Let's circle the other direction now. Long, deep breath. And as we come back to the center, still using our hands, we're going to stir the knees out and around and back together and start to open up the hips and lubricate the hips. Now go the other way. Big, wide hip opening circles. Two more. Now open your knees to the widest width, and your hands are inside your knees, gently pressing the knees open, the hips open. Breathe. Allow the release of the hips. Don't hold on to any tension. Let it go. Pull your knees back just a little bit towards your chest, and we start to feel more hamstring, lower back release. Now, just raise your heels towards the ceiling. Keep your legs wide apart, and we'll go into happy baby pose. Take your index fingers, and if you can, hook around the big toe between the second toe. Now, sometimes that doesn't happen. You can also wrap your arms around your thighs and get to the same place. Keep your feet and hips open. Take a breath. Bend the knees more. Pull down on your toes. And breathe. I think we're much happier when we're babies doing this. But we're going to try to restore ourselves back to that time and stretch out the fascia and the muscles. If you want to, you can rock a little bit here. And as we come back to the center, just release the toes and bring your feet down to the mat. And we're going to place your heels about 3 to 4 inches apart, about the width of your hips. And bring your heels as close back to your hips as you comfortably can, but without compressing your knees. All right, so your feet are going to get involved here. So we just want to do a little warm up of the toes and feet. First, just lift the toes up and spread them wide apart so that you feel the webbing between each toe get a little stretch. Keep lifting the toes and spreading them apart, and start to find the ball joints of the toes, starting with the big toe joint. See if you can find that and push it into the mat. Then go across to the second toe and push it down, and the third, and all the way across to the little toe. Your toes are still up, but the ball joints are down. Now lift your heels up and press down into the front of your foot and feel a little more contact with the floor. Pretend there's an empty can beneath your heel, and you're going to start to push down and smash the can and press your heels down. Make contact, firm contact with your heels. Find all 10 ball joints, but let your toes just float and relax as we make a footprint in the floor. Take a breath. As you push down into your feet and make a firm footprint, scoop your tailbone up just an inch or two. And it's not a lift as much as it's a scoop and aiming the tailbone upward. Take a breath. And slowly land back down with your sacrum, and then let your glutes relax, and your tailbone's going to aim towards your feet a little bit and release all the tension in the legs. Take a breath. Plant your footprint deep, scoop your tailbone up, and come up 2 to 3 more vertebrae off of the floor. using the core. Inhale. Let's give our spine a little massage as we roll each one back down, each vertebra back down, all the way to the sacrum. And as we release our tailbone at the end, we feel our spine lengthen. Inhale. Plant your feet, scoop your tailbone, rise up a little higher, maybe to the bottom of your shoulder blades this time. And stop there and take a breath. And roll back down. And release. Inhale. Next time we do this, we're going all the way up onto our shoulders, and we want to get the glutes on as we do. So start again, feet, scooping the tailbone, and as we rise up higher, we get the glutes beneath us. Matter of fact, take your palms on your glutes and give your glutes a little press up, and maybe you can feel the opening of your hips. If you can walk your feet any closer back towards you, that will also activate more of your glutes. Without your glutes, you're just hanging around in limbo. Keep your hips up, bring your hands down, take another breath in, and roll back down to your spine again, nice and slow. And take a breath. As we do it again, we're going to bring our arms up with us. Ready? Scooping up, rising with the arms and reaching behind us onto the mat. Inhale. And slowly bring the arms and hips back down. Massaging the spine. We're going to do 3 more of these. Ready? With breath. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, peeling down. 2 more. Inhale up. And here's our last one, but it's going to be a little different this time. Inhale up, reach your arms back, and leave your arms back behind you on the floor as you roll back down. All the way down. And then we'll bring the arms back down beside you onto the mat. All right, we're just going to roll towards the camera onto your side and use your top hand and press to come up, and we'll just sit facing the front. And here is where we'll need our yoga strap or belt or long scarf if you have it. All right, we're going to do 10 different things all at once in a little sequence. We'll start with your right leg straight out and your left knee bent in front of you. Grab your strap, one end in each hand. Your hands are just a little wider than the shoulders. You're just tugging just gently on the strap, tugging on the strap. Bring the strap up and slightly behind your head, if you can, if your shoulders allow. Get tall as we inhale. And we're twisting towards the right until our chest lines up with our foot. Inhale, pull the strap behind you, get taller as you do, and then fold forward. You're going to put the strap on the bottom of your arch and come to sit back up. Now, hold both straps in just your right hand, right? So we've got just the right hand holding the strap. Your left palm is up as the left arm reaches and wraps behind your back and rest on the shelf behind you. Let the shoulder drop. Actually, let both shoulders and the strap drop. What we're going to do next should be, hopefully, a release out of the right shoulder. But sometimes we tug and hold on to tension. So I want everybody to drop all the tension now and notice if it starts to come back. Sit tall and start to twist to the left. And as we start to progressively twist left, that strap starts to get a little tug. Don't create any tension in the shoulder. Now it's as if you're going to peer out over a cliff as you lean forward and look down and hang right out of the shoulder, but don't grip. Hang and release instead. Bring your hand from behind your back and place it on the back of your head. Gently pull the head down. Breathe. And on every exhalation, release a little more tension in the neck, the shoulder. One more breath. One more release. Now reach your left arm up and we're going to face the camera. And imagine we're trapped between two walls. We can't twist, we can't go forward or back. We're just going to go sideways as we pull on the strap and start to pull ourselves over. And open that left rib. That's where I want you to look, under your left armpit, under the left rib. And keep looking there as we sit back up and take a breath. Keep looking left as we pull to the right again. Reaching towards the foot. Inhale. Slowly turn your head downward. Then start to twist around and grab the strap with your left hand. Just grab that strap and start to twist even further around. Breathe, like you're wringing out, like your core was a sponge, you're wringing it out. Keep twisting and pull down into a fold at the same time. Drop your head. Breathe. Now release the strap, open up towards the camera and come back up again. And float that arm down. Let's switch sides. We'll bring our left leg out this time. Our right knee is bent. And again, we're holding one end of the strap in each hand. Tug on the strap as we sit up tall. Bring the strap up and just slightly behind your head. Inhale, get taller. Now twist left till your chest lines with your foot. And then fold, and we'll put the strap on the arch of your foot. And come to sit back up. Both straps are now going to be in your left hand. Your right palm is up as the right arm wraps behind your back again. Just rest. You want to draw the shoulder down a little bit because that's what this is about. Releasing tension in the shoulders. Let's drop the tension in both shoulders and drop your strap. No tension. And start to twist to the right. Keep twisting. And then just lean out, peer over the edge, and hang out of your shoulder with no tension. Bring your arm from behind your back and place it behind your head, gently just pulling down. Release is the operative word. Inhale. Now reach the right arm up, facing the camera again. Remember, we're trapped between two walls. We can only go sideways as we pull to the left this time. Opening that rib. Now turn the head to look under the arm. Come back up, take another breath. We're going to do that again, pulling sideways, reaching. Slowly begin to turn the head down and then start to twist around and grab your strap. And keep twisting around, twisting, rotating the ribs. Keep twisting, take a breath, and pull down into a fold. Breathe. Release. And once again, we'll open up towards the camera, release the strap, come back up again, and float that arm down. We'll take our strap off and come to hands and knees. And We'll open our knees out to the edges of the mat and bring our feet to the center and get ready for child's pose. Now, just a heads up, sometimes people may find cramping behind their knees or under their feet. You can always take a pillow or extra yoga mat behind here, and that takes a lot of the pressure off of your knees. All right, so hands reaching forward, hips pushing back, long spine. Breathe. Release. Let go. On your next inhalation, rise up to hands and knees. We'll bring our knees directly under your hips and our hands right outside the shoulders. And make our back like a table, long and flat. As we gaze down, no wrinkles in the back of the neck. Inhale. Now, rounding into cat as we push the back of the ribs up towards the ceiling and drop the head down. Keep dropping your head and just turn the head side to side. Now come back to table again, long and flat as we take another deep breath. And once again, rounding like a cat. Dropping the head. Inhale to table. And exhale, round. One more. Inhale. And as we round, we're going to reorganize and sit facing the camera with our legs crisscrossed, applesauce, as the kids say, so I hear. And just try to sit up tall as we finish our last pose here. With your palms towards the ceiling, bring your arms halfway up as you inhale. Rotate from your shoulders and float the arms down. From your shoulders, palms up, rotate and come up a little higher. Inhale. From your shoulders, palms are down. Inhale, palms up, rise all the way up and keep a little space from your ears. Inhale. Now we'll bring our right hand down to the mat. As you bend the right elbow, we're going to reach over to the right side. Push yourself up and arms come to a T as we inhale. Your left hand lands on the mat. It bends as we reach over to the left. Let's start to flow. Inhale, push up, arms in a T. Exhale, right over to the right. And each time, you can bend a little bit more. You can go a little further out. Deep in that release. Inhale. Let's do 2 more of these. Release. Last one. And as we sit back up, arms in a T with the palms up, we're going to do a little sprinkler twist. Take a breath. 3 pulsing twists to the right. Inhale back to the center. To the left, 3 pulses. Inhale back to the center. We'll do 1 more set here. Breathe. Last one. And we'll bring our arms up. And we'll finish with our hands in prayer. Together, let's take a long, deep cleansing breath. And I bid you namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. There's more to come. Don't go anywhere. There's more.